Barely 24 hours after the protest, the detained IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, in a motion he personally filed on Tuesday, October 21st, agreed to enter his defense and informed the Federal High Court of his plan to call a total of 23 witnesses divided into two categories. Well, among those listed as compellable witnesses are former Minister of Defense, General Theophilus Danjuma, former Chief of Army Staff, General Tuko Boratai, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, Works Minister Dave Umahi, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, and Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. The detained IPOB leader told the court he would testify on his own behalf, providing a sworn account of the facts, denying the allegations, and explaining the political context of his statements and actions. He requested a 90-day time frame to conclude his defense, given the number of witnesses. I mean, Rufai, what a dramatic turn of events. You know, Kanu's lawyer has been remanded in Kuje Correctional Center for participating in the protest. The timing and Kanu's decision to personally sign the notice raised questions about his relationship with his legal team and suggest a significant strategic pivot in his defense approach, potentially signaling his readiness to confront, the charges directly after years of legal challenge. People would say, I mean, he had no choice. Right now, his lead counsel is in detention. He has to, I believe he also is a lawyer, he says, Nnamdi Kanu. I've heard some places that he said that.
You see, if we want to build a nation, let's build a nation. If we want to be hypocritical, let's be hypocritical. For all of those that are saying Ejimako has no right of protest, and I'm not a lawyer, so please, you can challenge some of my thoughts, but I'll think freely on this. And they are claiming sub judice. We have all been on this table where many cases that are currently in courts have been come to discuss here. Do you remember? Can we even go back and point out a couple of things? Anyway, we remember the debacle of Natasha, and we remember how people were coming to discuss the case while even the judges said they shouldn't discuss it here. Do we remember? Why didn't the legal disciplinary committee, why did they call in then? This case has not been, it's been on for a while. You remember that at some point during President Buhari's administration, some Igbo leaders, even when the case was in court, went to prevail over President Buhari for a political solution. Were they sub judice then? I'm talking about those Igbo leaders. Yeah. Recently, we've heard that governors like Alex Oti and a couple of other governors, I think governor of Imo State, have been talking to the president about a case currently in courts. Can we also deem those as sub judice? So please, I don't know anything in law, but I just think out loud. So please, you can educate me. I'm open to education. We will learn more. No. So I want to learn.
A huge debate.
No. And that's why I'm asking. And I've cited my position that were these engagements sub judice, the one that the great elder statesman from the South is that even finally passed after that negotiation with President Buhari at an early, was a former federal minister in the 60s in this country. They went to President Buhari to ask and beg that Nnamdi Kanu should be released political solution. The governors that have been talking to the president as regards that, are these also sub judice? Because when you say, okay, Ejimako went to protest about a case in court and you say, okay, sub judice, you should know better. Now he's been detained and, he's been taken against his right. We forget he's a citizen first. Well, those other instances were they sub judice. That's just what I want to. And please, let's also put a background on this case. We've also had a court in this country that have said Nnamdi Kanu did no wrong, I should be discharged and acquitted, and appeal courts, before this case had been taken to the Supreme Court. So let's also put that in the context of this conversation. Right. Nnamdi Kanu said he wants to go ahead with his defense process. Yes, he has the rights, but also it's only incumbent on, let's even make a verification if he was the one that listed these people out. And let's make a verification on that process that was said that came from him, and let him go through his defense. A man has a right to be able to defend himself.
Right.
I am not saying that we should not, have a definitive stance on the rule of law in this country. But all I point out every day is the hypocrisy.
Selective application.
I mean, there are people now that we see them carrying guns and everything, bandits, having peace meetings and all that. Nobody have arrested them now. Okay. Their matter is not in court, it's not sub judice now.
All right.
So that one is out there. Then secondly, we have also seen people that were pardoned, bandits, criminals that were pardoned. All we are also saying is the political solution that you feel was good for the bandits that people speak for, give it to this man and charge him that if any other thing is done again, then actions will be meted out. That's all what a lot of people are calling for in this regard.
Yes.
That's just it. So if you call him all sorts of things, you call him a terrorist and everything, but you've done it for some bandits in the past now, why is it so different?
All right.
That's all I'm asking. Right. I'm not saying I support the way he went about it. I'm not saying I support all his abuses.
All right.
You did the same process people are saying do for this man, for other people that we saw. You even rehabilitated them. Like Dr. Bati said, you give them ashwebi and jollof rice and pepper soup. These are people that carry gun. No? I'm not sure now they can't ever. Did you ever say any gun is not going to shoot people? But these are even people that carry gun. No? That kill them.
Criminals.
That criminals that committed heinous crimes. Oh.
All right.
You gave them a waiver and you said they should be good members of society again. All we are just saying is for the sake of balancing and for the sake of let's have fairness.
All right.
Let that same thing be done to Nnamdi Kanu, and let's also charge him that all the insecurity there that people attribute to you, let it stop.
All right.
So that at least when Nnamdi Kanu is out of the picture, anybody that does this thing again, we say, okay, we know this is criminality. That's all I'm arguing. You know?
The names that he mentioned, though, as compellable witnesses, I mean, I wonder how that will play into his, defense and all of that. He's asking for 90 days. I believe the last time there was a ruling by James Omotosho, Judge Omotosho, he had said that Nnamdi Kanu should, conduct his case within 6 days. So I don't know. I mean, he's now asked for 90 days. It seems like another extension. But yesterday was this Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, and there were many dimensions to the protest. We saw a clergyman calling out notable pastors, including Pastor Enoch Adeboye, as well as Pastor Tunde Bakare, saying that instead of enjoying tithes and offerings, they should be present at the protest. Well, the same priest was seen running and taking cover after police dispensed tear gas. Let's take a look.
I've come as an Episcopal Lord. I was expecting to see my colleagues. I've not seen anyone yet. I've not seen Pastor Adeboye, Enoch, Gezi. I've not seen Pastor Tunde Bakare. Pastor Tunde Bakare, where are you? You came to the streets to dislodge Goodluck Jonathan for his good economic policy, social reform. You people knock him out of Asurok. And today, one man, the country is on that stage. And you people are busy. You're enjoying your tithe and offering your church. Come out and speak for justice. What did God Almighty say? I do not delight in your tithe and offering. I do not delight in your burnt offering. Justice is what I ask you.
They are shooting. They are shooting.
I'm sorry, I have to out you, Rufai. Rufai has been cracking up. Is it your constituents or constituency? No. Both of you.
Yes, they are big pastors.
They are big pastors. So but he did make a valid point. And I think the reason why he called those people was because they were out during the time of, those protests. And I mean,
I said
you shouldn't comment. Okay, 30-second comment.
Thank God you recall that they came out in their youthful days. Has anything changed?
No.
Pastor Adeboye is 83 years old. Pastor Bakari just turned 70. Let the youth go and use their strength to protest.
Yes.
Because they've done their own. Yes. And I mean, I think that maybe we should call the younger ones to now take on the baton of defending and going out there to protest. You can protest in many ways. You don't have to go on the street.
Yes. It was just that funny part where he was...
No, that was...
he should have stood with his full chest.
I applaud him coming out. I applaud him coming out to express his right as a citizen of Nigeria. It was very good.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, all right. Well, Let's now turn to the Nigerian Senate, where a heated clash occurred on Tuesday, October 21st, between Senate President Godswill Akpabio, Senator Oshiomhole, and Senator Natasha regarding a controversial abortion clause in the Criminal Code Act Amendment Bill 2025, which aims to strengthen laws against sexual offenses, including prescribing life imprisonment for child defilement. The dispute arose shortly after the Senate voted to step down the bill for further deliberation. Senator Akpoti Uduaha attempted to reopen discussion on a sensitive abortion-related clause, prompting immediate objection from Senator Oshiomhole, who rose point of order, arguing that it was against parliamentary rules to revisit a matter that had already been concluded by the Senate. Let's take a look before we come back for a discussion.
Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Mr. Senate President, please, may I speak? I'm a woman, and abortion has to do with women. It's very important, sir.
Let us go to clause. This has been stepped down in totality. Is it, Senator? This has been stepped down in view of the conviction, but if you have anything to add, you can say.
Thank you very much, sir. Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaha, Kogi Central. Sir, this borders on abortion. And...
Yes, Senator.
Mr. President, we have been tutored over and over that when a matter has been concluded and you have dropped the gavel, in this particular case, to allow for more conversation, if you grant exemption to distinguish to Natasha, then you must extend the same extension to us, in which case our rules will become meaningless. I think the rules should be obeyed. We have said more discussion, which allow her to make any input, and I also intend to make more input. I think that is the whole essence of deferring it. To continue the debate, many of us will rather debate it here. So I think my distinguished sisters should agree that these are the rules.
I'm not a spirit to know what the senator wanted to say. The senator said, I want to say something. But if I knew, I would have referred her to Rule 52, sub 6.
All right, that section, Akpabio went on to rule her out of order. But I must say that he did show grace. But, you know, Natasha, being a woman, I believe, should have been given the floor to speak. I watched the proceedings and debate, and she appeared to have been calling to speak before the debate for minutes before that debate was closed. The bill was subsequently referred to the Senate Committee on Judiciary and Human Rights for further review. However, we're getting reports that women groups are planning to issue a statement to stop the review and demand a public hearing instead, objecting to the passage of the amendment. Now, when you look at some of the sections of the abortion clause in the Criminal Code Act, it appears quite controversial and confusing. I did look at it. For example, let's read that section 4 of the amendment of section 230 on supplying drugs or instrument to procure abortion. Section 230 of the Principal Act reads in part, any person who unlawfully supplies to or procures for any person anything whatever, knowing that it is intended to be unlawfully used to procure the miscarriage of a woman, whether she is or is not with child, is guilty of a felony and is liable to imprisonment for 5 years. I mean, this is...
And tomorrow you're asking, why is Nigeria not like UK? Why can't Nigeria be like Canada? Do you think in UK, do you think in America, do you think in China, they are this smart? Those countries that are already developed, do you think they are as smart as we are here? Where you think of religion. There's another South Nigeria that if he's on the ballot today, he deserves every single vote of Nigerians. That is the former vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party. That is Yusuf Baba Ahmed. If you know Dati Baba Ahmed, you understand that if you've listened to that man, if you've listened to him, you understand that these are the brains we need in Nigeria. Let Dati be on the ballot now for presidency, and maybe Obi is not there, Shore is not there. You will hear some moron telling you Tinubu is a Muslim. Why will a Muslim succeed a Muslim? But they will no longer remember that Tinubu was a Muslim, he succeeded Buhari that was a Muslim. So many people that were okay with that, we start to criticize. Or you will see somebody say, we'll just have 3 Muslim presidents on a row, they will just drag religion into it. That is where the whole thing gets messed up. Why? How is that going to work? So you see, it's zoning, tribalism, and religion will never give Nigeria the best man. And not until we start having the best man to do the job, we will just be crying. You see those analog leaders leading you, they are enjoying this current mess because that's the only way it favors them. If you remove zoning, if you remove tribalism, and if you remove religion in the head of the people to determine who govern, somebody like Tinubu can never be president. How is it going to happen? Now, if zoning is not there, tribalism is not there, religion is not there, what will these people really campaign with? Because the first thing, when Tinubu said, it's my turn, zoning was at play. Because power was leaving the north, he believed he should come to the south. And coming to the south, he believed he should take it to the southwest. And when he comes to the southwest, he believes he's your God there. This zoning gives every area this sense of entitlement that it must come to us as long as there is zoning. Meanwhile, in a country where they said there is zoning, there are regions that have never ever gotten it. Only Castina has produced 2 presidents since democracy. Only Castina State. So even the zoning, are they honest to it? Are they honest about it? Are they fair with it? The answer is no. So not until we trash this mentality of tribalism and religion, we will never get the best man to do the job. I think that's the message for this video. And for as long as we are not getting the best man to do the job, we're always going to get a country that is as messed up as Nigeria.
My name is Dr. Pat Akpabio, proud daughter of Nkot Edemedet in Ikono local government area, married to a gentleman by the name Sir Ibanga Akpabio of Ukanikontwen in a Sienodem local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Today, I speak under my husband's permission and authority to address a pressing issue that I need to bring to the forefront of Nigerians, for Nigerians to tell us what their views are on this. And I'm addressing my verses specifically to the President of Nigeria, His Excellency Tinubu. Mr. President, with all due respect, sir, to your office, I'm a daughter of excellence and, of course, excellent character. I represent what I call humane leadership, and I speak for the downtrodden. Sir, my husband, I'm sure you've interacted with him due to his brother, the Senate President, the 3rd person in Nigeria. I want to draw your attention to something that is going on in Akwa Ibom State of Nigeria. Now, this is all how this is started. This man is who he is today, courtesy of Saibanga Akpabio, courtesy of Udoidege, courtesy of Umanu Konomana, courtesy of Nsima Ekere, courtesy of so many people. There's so many people I want to bring out here to talk about this. But today, there is nobody, him being the Senate President, that he has empowered. These people has been maligned, blackmailed, and thrown to, I don't know, sit and just watch him get everything to himself and for himself alone. And I do not speak out of bitterness, Your Excellency, sir, Mr. President. I speak out of love for the people of my constituency and South as a whole. Now, when I came to the forefront and I brought all the things that he has done, matter of fact, some, not even all, of the things that the senior prefect of the Senate, the 3rd person, has done to my family and I, he started sponsoring all manner of intimidation, blackmailing, bullying against me. So today, I want to play different clips for you, Mr. President, for you to pay attention, and you also let me know if this is right. Matter of fact, where he's sitting today is the spot that my husband should have been sitting. My husband is the man that resigned from his position in Udomi Manuel's cabinet as a commissioner to serve and be with him, to support him, because nobody followed him. But today I see him sponsoring these people from different institutions to youth and everything, even murder against my family. And my question that I have to ask the Senate President of Nigeria, sir, do you really think I was given birth to you by your father or by your mother? Or you may be forgetting something. No, sir, I wasn't given birth to by your mother, and nobody can intimidate me, nobody can cow me, nobody can make me not be who I am. My name is Patience, and I will have that voice to speak. Now, you may continue to intimidate people, not me. When Senator Natasha Akpoti, the distinguished Senator Natasha, came out and allegedly accused you of sexual harassment, you didn't send your village people, village leaders to Kogi to intimidate her. You didn't send village people to Randy Peter's house, Mama P's house, Mr. Common Sense house. But you came to prove to Nigeria that everything that Natasha said is the truth. Everything that Joy Ninwe said is the truth. Everything that I have said, that Zion has said, everybody has spoken about you is the truth. Because now you've also sponsored for my house. You went to my house and dropped juju at my house in the night. For what? Mbiam. To destroy whose life, and you write on the wall, IRP to whose name? My name and my husband's name? So would you be able to take care of my children? Why are you like that, Senate President? And I see a lot of loose-leaf women trying to support you when you've done nothing to South, when you've done nothing to Akwa Ibom State. What have you done in these 2 years as the Senate President of Nigeria? What has the other senators done? in Nigeria, in Akwa Ibom State rather, since they became senator. That is because you've siphoned everybody. I'm calling on all the senators to arise and put a stop to this. This is not a man that should be Senate president. I hear people say, oh, this is his first time he's coming to Akwa Ibom State. Why should he? You would rather, Akwa Ibom people, you would rather sit down and take peanuts, because I've seen a lot of interministerial emergency funds going into people's pocket to support what this man is doing. You bring threat to my life. You are threatening my life, the life of my husband and my children. Distinguished senator, you're paying people to threaten me, to murder me, to kill me. Nigerians, the life of my children, myself, and my husband is in danger, courtesy of your senior prefect at the Senate. I want you to take a look and watch what he has done.
See, it don't be for Ibanga Pabio. The women, the youth, and everybody, the community and the chief, they are protesting. They don't put injunction for a compound. Say the wife won't go for Senate. May we see how the wife won't go. May we see. See. Imagine this kind of thing.